Time now for the morning rush. APS is pursuing charges and restitution against one of its former program directors this morning. School officials say back in May, employees with the Homeless Project came across $1,600 in a safe. APS says the director, Anthony Fairley, put it there and never reported it. He has since been fired. Now, an investigation shows a total of $4,000 was missing. Kristen.
Spotty storms returned to northern New Mexico this afternoon. Some drier thunderstorms possible down in the southeast, but northeastern New Mexico, this computer model is not showing it. You actually have potential for a few spot storms in your area today. Union County could even see another round of the strong to severe storms with threats being large hail and damaging winds. David?
New Mexico veterans will now have more choices when it comes to health care. Eligible patients with VA benefits can now receive treatment at community and urgent care facilities. Now, the New Mexico VA says this is a benefit new to the area. The veterans will not have to go to a civilian doctor if they don't want to. The VA says that its hospitals offer some same-day services. A New Mexico couple says their daughter killed herself because she was bullied. 13-year-old Tabitha Otero from Saraceno Middle School in Socorro took her own life after being bullied. Community members held a march this week calling on the school district to do more. Officials say it's a tragedy, but also say they did provide the teen with extra support. A former judge is now part of the state's Ethics Commission. Judge William Lang was appointed by Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. Now, the commission will hear ethics complaints against public officials, lobbyists, and public contractors. Voters overwhelmingly approved the commission last year after a series of high-profile corruption scandals. Albuquerque City Councilors unanimously approved $3 million in incentives. This is all to bring NBC Universal here to Albuquerque. The media giant announced last week that it's opening a studio in Martineztown. The $1.1 billion deal with the state includes a goal for the company to spend $500 million on productions here over the next 10 years. Looking ahead for you, you could soon see more APD officers on the streets of Albuquerque. This as the department gets closer to its goal of 1,200 officers. The city announced 116 new officers have been hired and trained since last year. That currently puts the department at 957. Now, the city is working on hiring 300 more over the next 3 years. Well, happening today, the mayor and APD will take a look at how rescue efforts have been going along the Rio Grande. Officers will also give an airboat demonstration to show people the dangers of river rafting. Now, this is scheduled to take place this evening at 5:30 near Tingley Beach. Last week, rescue crews pulled 2 rafters out of the water. This is near 8th and Bridge after the couple got stuck. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index only added 2. We are not favored for storms here in the Metro. I think we'll stay dry underneath that mostly sunny sky. But because of the storms that will be around us up over the mountains, likely to see some breezy conditions at times from winds kicked out of those storms. And of course, the warmer temperatures with highs near 90 degrees in downtown Albuquerque. David?
There's a recall this morning for Lay's barbecue flavored potato chips. Now, the recall was prompted after flavoring for another kind of chip, which contains milk, was mistakenly inserted into some of the bags of the lightly salted barbecue variety. You can see them there on your screen. Now, the chips were sold in 7.75 ounce bags in 24 states. They have a guaranteed fresh date of August 27th of this year. Now, the city tries to figure out is trying to figure out how to make more money off the Albuquerque Sunport property. City councilors are now considering a new master plan. One idea adds more hangars to attract more air cargo companies and also maybe to expand the vacant business park along Gibson and Girard. Now, under the current rules, anything on Sunport property has to involve aviation. The new plan would change that. Developers behind the Wind Rock project say that they are now ready to begin work as news comes of a major new tenant moving in. New Mexico Orthopedics will now soon move into some offices and move its offices and imaging services to that location. It's becoming the first office space that Wind Rock has leased out on the site. New Mexico Orthopedics should be moving in by the end of the year. While New Mexico United fans, they're heading back on the road showing their support. The team is taking on MLS team FC Dallas in the U.S. Open Cup tomorrow night. The United's fan group, they call themselves the Curse, has organized a bus trip to Dallas at $30 per ticket. Now, this comes after a successful trip to Denver just last week. If you're looking at going, we have a link posted at alwaysonkRQE.com. Kristen.
Time now for a check on traffic. We do have a disabled vehicle that has left lane blocked of Paseo eastbound at 2nd Street. But a live look out of the Big Eye this morning. Everything seems to be moving all right. We will, of course, keep you updated throughout the morning if that changes.
A new study says women may be more attracted to guys with a dad bod over these six-pack abs. The study from Planet Fitness finds 61% of women think that the less sculpted body type is more attractive, saying it's likely a sign of a man who's confident in his own skin. Now, about half of the men say that having a dad bod has them more relaxed. New at 6, you might want to visit Taco Bell today. That's because this is all thanks to the Mexican fast food chain's NBA Steal a Taco giveaway. This is where you can get a free Doritos Locos taco at participating locations between 2 and 6 p.m. No purchase is necessary. Now, the promotion is being offered to celebrate the Golden State Warriors' win over the Toronto Raptors. This was in Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
We are taking you back 51 years ago on this day in 1968. We had an F2 tornado actually injured 2 people after it flipped a camper near Ute Lake. That's out in Quay County. 19 boats sunk that day and 16 were damaged. Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, an international rocket competition is taking place here in New Mexico, and for the first time, UNM students are a part of it. The Spaceport America Cup is bringing more than 120 teams of college students from around the globe to show off their rocket building skills, and a dozen students from UNM's Lobo launch team will be among them, competing to send their rocket 10,000 feet in the air.
At number 4, good news for New Mexico veterans. They will now have more choices for health care. Those eligible for VA benefits can now receive treatment at community and urgent care facilities. Veterans can choose going to a civilian doctor or not. Now, the VA says its hospitals offer some same-day services.
At number 3, warmer and drier for most. The exception will be spotty storms over northern and eastern New Mexico. The risk of severe storms in the northeast plains.
At number 2, we are seeing police lapel video of the first person accused of driving drunk on an e-scooter here in the Duke City. Last month, APD stopped 27-year-old Lily Romero. This is near Lomas and 2nd Street. Romero told police that she was coming from Marlboro Brewery downtown. Police then had her perform field sobriety tests. Romero blew a .20, which is twice the legal limit of presumed intoxication. And at number 1, APS is pursuing charges and restitution against one of its former program directors this morning. School officials tell us that's because back in May, employees with the Homeless Project came across $1,600 tucked away in a safe. Anthony Farley has since been fired. Now, an APS investigation found a total of $4,000 were missing. The Homeless Project helps more than 3,000 students.